There we go. Notice anything different? Other than the fact that I actually bothered to take a shower and my hair is poofy! My hair is poofy because I put hand cream in it. And that's what makes it poofy. Without the problem of hair glue, that if I put my hand in it with dry hair glue, I can't get my hand out. So, so for those of you who it's the first time watching this show, my name is Shiro. I'm a comic artist. What I usually do is I talk a little bit what happened during the week. Most of the time it's artistic stuff, but I will of course slip into video games or something like that, and then we move on to drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg Cookie, which is autobiographical. Hang on, I'm trying to clean my eyes. A Sisyphus task if I've ever seen one. Now, there wasn't much going on this week artistically. I did draw the Magus portrait. It didn't do as well as the previous two. Then again, Magus is not exactly smiling. But then again, Robo doesn't have a mouth. I'm guessing Magus is not one of the favorites of Chrono Trigger fandom. Speaking of Chrono Trigger fandom, that is related to how come there wasn't much art for myself this week. I may have gotten myself a little goodie. By the way, thank you, Annan, for the $10 on the Artex marker goal. Very appreciated. We all know it is, so thank you. Also, you can probably see some donuts in my glasses right now. My ring light came in. It came in 3 days after it was ordered, so that's nice. And I can't show you guys right now, but there will be pictures. My paper organizer finally came in. So basically what had happened is that the company that... and like that is no fault of Throne themselves because it was an Amazon link. So the company that was on Amazon that shipped the paper organizer, from what I looked up, from what I researched, they use a shipping company that can't be trusted, actually. I will not name names, because I'm a good person like that. Who am I kidding? But, c'était perdu dans mal à la clan, to put it succinctly. So, I simply sent a message to Throne, tell them, look, this was ordered back in January, we are now in the middle of February, what the fuck? So, once again, I use my customer support vocabulary. Throne didn't do anything to me, so no reason to lose patience at them. And proof, once again, that you can get anything you want with honey. Not the service that is now under a lot of lawsuits. But the representative from Throne simply had a little chit-chat with the company, and a little less than a week later, a paper organizer came in. It's right here. I'm looking at it right now. It's a little smaller than I thought, but it's holding my 1212 paper, so no complaints. And it's pink, of course. There will be pictures, I promise. I just don't want to yank my camera out again, and then having to organize it and move it, because now there's two cables behind here because of my ring light that will now even out the lighting around here on my face. Because I can't just depend on that window over there. Or if I put a white screen there, see, there's barely a difference. If I move, see? Because now I have lighting here. So I'm not completely black, I just have a little shadow if there's a dark screen there. But it's going to be white anyway, because I usually stay on Habitica for the script. So I have access to the script. I write my scripts on Habitica. I could do it on Trello, but it's easier for me on Habitica. And they don't have a dark mode. So, there we go. Better lighting. So now you can see my adult acne in 4K. So as I was saying, got myself a little treat. Which is the reason why there wasn't much art this week. I may have gotten myself... I may have been a little busy because of this. Is it real? Let's put it like this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was affordable. And it works perfectly. So we'll keep it at that. And for those of us that still have originals from their collection, just by touching the box, you can tell that... Bon. The 32 Meg quest begins. Oh, you know there was a bit war at some time. You know what? I'm going to read the back of the box. Just for shits and giggles. The millennium. A portal is opened. The chain of time is broken. A young man is transported into the past, altering the course of history and the outcome of the future. He has to find his way home, but first he must travel to the outer edges of time to repair the world's chronology. On the way, he encounters strange friends and foes, utilizes incredible devices and vehicles. Oh, I like the plural used here! For those of you who haven't played Chrono Trigger, I'll explain in a couple minutes. But I like the use of plural. And penetrates and neutralizes the fortresses of the past, present, and future. A paradox has been created. If he does not restore the order of time, nothing will ever be the same. He is the one who will become a hero. He is Chrono. And Chrono is spelled correctly around here because... included, guilty! People tend to spell Chrono as Chrono on the cover. But Chrono's name is actually spelled without the H. So the game is Chrono. The guy is Chrono. But the guy does not have the H in the name. It's C-R-O-N-O. Now the reason I giggled when it says vehicles plural, because as far as vehicle in the sense of a machine goes, Chrono and the crew gets to use a hover bike once in the future, and then he gets to use the Epoch, which is the time machine. That's it. If you want to account for organic creatures, he also uses a dactyl, which is basically a pterodactyl, in the far past. So that's why I had to do. Oh, yes, there's a fairy that goes from truce to poor. That's it. It doesn't go anywhere else. Ooh, yeah, steamboat that goes from one town to another, and that's it. That is it. I mean, who am I kidding? There are a lot of fairies in Final Fantasy VI, but they also go just one town to another. I think the one from South Figaro goes to different places in the World of Runes. But I'm either misremembering, or that's only in the GBA version. I have some thoughts about the GBA version, but first, how about we switch from my face to the screen, and we get to what we're actually here for. So I'm just going to scoot myself, whoops, that is not the correct window. I just scooted the art window on the other screen. It is not a Shiro stream if Shiro is not a complete idiot at some point. Just gonna do a couple clicks and poke, poke. There we go. And there. Now, isn't that better? Also, the book from last stream has been ordered. You guys will get to see it live. It's just there's some stuff that I choose to show on camera when it's easier or when it's not. Well, I mean, I said I didn't want to move the camera, but I bet I can move the... There we go. This is the new monitor-mounted light, so that I am more evenly lighted for you guys. But the paper organizer, like I said, there's going to be photos. I have been posting photos to friends. My glasses are in a terrible shape. These glasses are like 15 years old. I should really go and get them changed. But instead I spend my money on Chrono Trigger. Affordable Chrono Trigger. This is about as good as it's gonna get, huh? Now I'm going to move this down here a little bit. And there we go. I am very thirsty today, which is a good thing. Considering I'm drinking water. Stay hydrated, folks. You know, I wish I could actually use the actual picture of what I'm about to draw today, because you guys would have the exact same brain explosion that I had. Because here's the thing. I already know for a fact. Like, I made some jokes in the comics before about how much I look like Mom. And like, she showed up in one of the Art Snacks videos back when I could afford it. Now it's not even a thing about... like, I have so much subscriptions to try and keep this career going. It's the shipping that's killing me. Because it's otherwise very affordable. Hi, Coco! Look how well lighted I am now. Aren't I pretty? Also, now that you're here, I'm just gonna point this out real quick. I got myself a goodie recently. And I am very happy, and that's what's been keeping me busy. Oh, Pirate Burglar Team. I like the pirate music from Affiliate. Either we're being robbed or my parents are home. I'm hearing a lot of puck. Looks good, you can definitely tell the Accutane worked in that lighting. I still got a lot of breakouts, but like Coco saw me before, so the Accutane in fact did work. I still get $10 on the Arctex marker goal, so I'm happy. There we go. I don't know what's going on with the text. All red and inflamed. Now you have normal looking breakouts. Yeah. Of course, during the Accutane was not much better because I had red eyes and I had blood coming out of my nose like it was my period or something. All the while Granny setting Satan. I thought about this when, this week actually, thought about this story. When Mom called Dad and he put her on speaker a couple days ago. And Mom, like, simply dropped the customer service voice and talked to him in her normal voice. And I knew already that Mom and I have the same voice on the phone. But so far, whenever Mom talks specifically to me, she always had her voice a little higher than mine. But when she spoke to Dad from her math class, mentally exhausted, that was my voice coming out of that speaker. And that was just like... Speaking of that, no more dose for me as of the 20th, and I surprisingly haven't had much in the way of nosebleeds for so far this year either. Well, I hope you never have them, but I'm okay if you cause them, if you know what I mean. Some people need some, if you know what I mean, and we'll leave it at that. Stop pretending you don't want to connect. Come on. Nosebleeds on blood thinners are awful. Well, I mean, yeah, they don't stop. Another thing I don't like, that I can't hear the music because of the way everything is set up. So you guys can have even music. Streaming asks a little bit more from my computer, so the fan goes a little harder, and I am very, very touchy when it comes to fan speed. For obvious reasons, so... all the anxiety, all of it at once. Oh, we got 2 people watching now. Hello, 2 people. I got a new ring light. See? And now I'm more evenly lighted. And that situation makes me delighted. Aha! Also, fun fact, one, I don't draw it usually in the Bootleg cookie, and 2, Mom had a little bit of work done. But you remember this chomper right here? Guess who else has that particular configuration of crooked tooth right here? 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. I like to imagine every time I say I'm a professional comic artist, then I start drawing in the Bootleg cookie style, and people who don't know that I can actually draw other things are looking at it going... That's my comic, I'm old, you let me draw however I want. Plus it usually does get better as I refine and clean it up. But don't despair yet. Plus after this I have to prep some burgers. So that's gonna make my parents happy because I got them completely turned on Bonnie burgers. Yes, from Five Nights at Freddy's. There's more recipes I want to try in that book. Eventually I need to try to make the pizza again. I did it a second time, and the second time was a rollicking success. But it had sauce that Dad had made and frozen. I want to try it with the sauce in the book. There's also like several ways to prepare chicken that I want to try, because last time that I tried them I used the air fryer because I did not want to use the oil fryer without that around for obvious reasons. Not sure about the pulled pork though. Don't really, because that's the thing. There's some recipes that I can easily try for myself. It's like that. If they're not good, I don't share them with my parents. I only share the good ones with my parents. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you cut the food talk short? I'm not allowed to eat anything today. Okay, back to video games. I've been playing Chrono Trigger. I am currently in the Ocean Palace. I think I found a sword that I had not even bothered to try and look for in any of my previous playthroughs, because I do have copies of Chrono Trigger. Tomorrow's the appointment. I get snake, so I can't eat today. Ah, my dad can't really. And I'm like, I wanted to get some equipment in I can never remember the name of that city. I remember Zeal, I remember Enhaza, but there's one in between. Come on. So, Kajar, thank you. Holy jeez. Like, Google was not being friendly with me right now. So I wanted to buy some equipment in Kajar. And I was still debating selling the vet. Speaking of video games, I am not in a hurry to get a Switch too. Well, me neither, honestly. I literally have a pre-order for a classic Switch game coming up. And I was debating selling the red, blue, white, and black vests. While I know they're good for their 50% absorption of a specific element, my problem is that I never, ever, 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 etc. use them. They're still in my inventory. I decided to go and grind a little bit of money in the Ocean Palace, and then go back and buy what I wanted. But I never, ever, ever, ever use the special vests. I did this time take my time looting. As in, I didn't loot anything in 600 AD before I looted their respectful 1000 AD variations, because just like in Final Fantasy VI, if you leave them alone, the contents will improve. I should try at least to get some more endings. Like, for the amount of times I've played Chrono Trigger, I never unlocked all the endings. Because in order to do that, you're supposed to skip some stuff. And not do some other stuff, and, you know. But I love Chrono Trigger so much, every time I play it, I need to do the entire thing. Trying to remember when the off Switch port is going to come out. I think it's in March, but I'm not sure. I mean, they're literally still, well, they're announcing. I don't know if that's the point where they're recruiting, but like the tunes are ready, so they're announcing different compositors for the remake's music because they couldn't get the rights to the original soundtrack. From what I understand, they belong to alias Conrad Coldwood, and he's been off the internet since 2013, I believe. Feel more than free to correct me on that. Time blindness does shit to your brain. And so yeah, so sad for me, there will be no pepper steak on the Off remake. Thankfully, I have the soundtrack on my phone. And pepper steak and all the original soundtrack will not be removed from the original version. But I am looking forward to playing it on Switch. Like, apparently there's like cutscenes now, and there's added stuff, there's quality of life improvements, and Lord knows I'm so shit at games, I'm always happy when I see quality of life in any game remake. Maybe sugar will be easier to find, I don't know. First thing I'm going to do, though, because of course I pre-ordered a physical copy. Now I had the choice between collector and normal. I got normal because, honestly, I did not really want the batter bobblehead because it's, in my opinion, it's a little ugly. Better not catch anybody shit on Mortis Ghost just because I think a bobblehead is a little ugly, okay? Plus, well, of course, the regular version is cheaper. Because as we all know, I spend the bulk of my money on art and or streaming supplies. Reminder that this was the 70s, so Mom had those aviator prescription glasses going on. Oh, hello, Dread Devil! Gonna have to take your word for it because the emoji is not showing up on my version of the chat. But, yeah! I see you're on YouTube today. Let's see. You know what? We don't actually know what was on the shirt. But just for fun, I'm going to draw Candy Candy. Because Mom used to watch Candy Candy, actually. This is a really simplified version of Candy Candy. But I know what Candy Candy looks like. I used to watch it too. How you doing, lovely lady? I am not a lady. I am a people, and that's it. I'm doing fine. How about you? Of course, there was another girl over here, but nobody cares about that other girl. We don't even know who it is. Apologies, people. Thank you. It's gonna be trying to emulate a sort of feathered 70s hairstyle that Mom had, because it was the 70s. At first I had written that she was 15, but I'm not really sure what age Mom was. And I can't base it on myself because of my birthday. My own age is really weird. Like, I entered high school at age 10. I entered college at age 16. Borderline 15. I mean, it's a whole thing. Because either I went to school early because of my birthday, or I skip a year, but then I would be like really late. Ouch! That was Mom. Say hi.
Hi. What?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How appropriate, seeing as I'm doing a comic with her in it. Fun fact, she knows damn well that I react like that when I'm startled. And I have Pocky for later. 70s mom looks cute. Oh, current mom looks adorable. That's the thing, when I say she had my face, I am 100% serious. I looked at that photo and that was me looking back at myself. I'm thinking about her hair color difference and start thinking about that girl that when the first time I bleached my hair blonde, like it was platinum blonde, it was white, and this girl said, "Oh my god, Shiro, your hair is so nice." "Oh, thank you." And she just couldn't quit while she was ahead. "It's so nice that you went back to your natural color because you look meaner when you dye your hair brown." Girl! Then she turned around to talk real quick to her friend and went back to me. And she said, so what's your natural color, platinum blonde?" And I'm like, "Brown." "What?" "Brown. This is bleached twice over. This is not my real color. My real color is brown." And she's like, "But your eyebrows." I mean, yes, that's the Irish in me. But... well, I'm acting uncomfortable now, but at the time I was not pleased. I was a bit more direct. That's when she found out it was not my hair color that made me look meaner. Oh boy, you look meaner when you dye your hair brown. You know when you see someone lose the opportunity to shut the hell up. No, the mean is natural. And it's because of comments like that. So back to video games. You know what bothers me? That the Switch is trying to act like it's Steam, but like it doesn't offer access to some old games that were published on Steam, but not on them. But the eShop has like 3 million AI generated games with the title Hentai in it. Or should I say Hentai? One thing I would like, if the eShop would offer like the ability to blacklist some words, because I have to go through a lot of freaking AI generated hentai if I just want a cozy game about farming. Yeah, but you can research by keywords. Yeah, but I want to look through the new releases, and a lot of them is just shovelware with hentai in it. If it's not hentai, it's just AI generated slop. Like when they release new games, hentai. And I seriously just want to look through the new game, see if something catches my eye. And then there's like at least 30 icons that are AI generated of puppies, children's, Santa Claus for some reason, all looking exactly like this. Big, gigantic, glassy eye, direct eye contact, and smiling. Dollar store Pixar looking ass. And that's another thing. It all looks the frickin' same. At least with indie games that are actually trying to make a game, the icon may not look super polished, but it's different enough that it makes me stop and look. And you know they make 3 millions of these games because they frickin' work. The Pixar Giant Eye games, then they work on the Mockbuster rules. Which is basically look close enough to something popular made by Disney. So the parents will buy it. If the kid is young enough, they're not gonna notice the difference. We made a buck. And that's all that matters. You know what sucks? In the late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s even, I would say. Girls' games in general had the same problem. It was mostly shovelware. Which is why every time somebody would ask me for girls' games, I would ask them what their girls like to play. And if you pay even a modicum of attention to your frickin' child, a parent would be able to tell me if they like pet games, fashion games, stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying that since I consider girl games of that era like shovelware, that I was trying to sell them better games. I was trying to sell them a game that their child would like. Because even if girls' game of that time were shovelware, they still had genres, they still had themes. Like, I wasn't hiding it. Like, what does your little girl like? And they were like, what do you mean, what does she like? I just want a game for a girl. Yeah, you want a game for a girl, but what does that girl like? Like, do they like Mario games, or do they like Kirby, or do they like fashion? Do they like pets? Do they like... Well, give me a game for a girl. So just some random girl you picked up the street, you don't talk to your daughter? What's going on? Bad customers would assume that I am trying to prevent them from buying a game. No, what I'm trying to prevent is for you to return the game. Pay attention to your kid, is what I'm saying. Same thing with Grand Theft Auto. That was required by Rockstar, no less. To tell parents what was in the game. And usually good parents, yes, they would interrupt me. But they would say, I know what's in it. I play with the child. They're supervised when they play. And I'm like, all right. But the ones that don't supervise their children and assume that every video game is for kids, those are the ones that get mad and think that I'm trying to prevent profit to the store. Right, because I pursued this specific job for years before they finally hired me. Because I hate kids. Right. something to ask you guys earlier when Mom was here, and I told her to say hi to you guys if you guys notice if our voices were the same. Anyway, I'm just gonna take a wee little break for my arm and water. I know I don't talk a lot when I start to lock in. Oh no. Notification on Divine Art. Oh my god, really? Oh, you are getting directly reported. Like, I get a lot of scammers on Divine Art. And this one is literally a chance to win, and there's a space between W and in. There's a dash, I should say. Get $750 to your Cash App account, USA only. Check here for your chance to win. And there's a short URL, which I am never going to even get my mouse near. And written under it, reminder, this is not a guaranteed offer and I cannot ensure you'll win. Click only if you're comfortable. No obligation. Oh, you are so reported, you little troll scam. I'm gonna see how empty the account is. Deviant for 8 hours, they them. And of course the account is completely empty. Because you're a scammer. Because you're a scammer. I'm keeping your message so I can report to you to the admins. Public call out. Oh my god, the last one. Like, I had literally just finished reading a journal about a scam script where the person will ask you if you're open for commissions. And if you don't answer, they'll spam the comment until you say yes, and then they're going to try to scam a commission out of you. The words were not out of that utter legit Deviant artist's mouth that I received a notification asking me if I was open for commissions. And for the month of February, I have a Your Character Here commission available on my Ko-fi. But that's neither here nor there. So what I usually do is, as I just showed you guys, I go on their account to see if the account is empty, recent, etc. You know, telltale hints that the account is not legit. But that account has been around like long enough for a bunch of people, and I mean like a list on their front page warning other people that they were a scammer. So I screenshotted that list. Because they use chat instead of notes, I was able to send them pictures. I can't do that in notes. And I sent them the screenshot with the quote, "This you?" And they replied, "Yes, it's me." You know what? I don't delete these for a while yet, so I know it's still there. Let's go read it live. There we go. Katie668. Oh yeah, I'm calling these people out loud because they're not real people, they're scammers. There we go. Are you available for commission? And then I send them a screenshot of people say, "I bet you're..." Oh, I'm not saying that one. I'm just gonna say, "I bet you're a scammer. GTFOH. They just tried to DM me too. Probably a scammer. Asking if you were available for commission. Just got that too. Such a young account. Gives me pause. This is a scammer. Boo. Sorry for spam. Just disgusted from those profiles." And I was like, "This you? Yes. Gold star for your honesty. Now go away and stop scamming people. But me, this is not me." And I... Go away. Stop scamming people. They're not even blocked. They just understood that I sent them to go fuck themselves. Here's another one right here. Like, I love when they try to get me by the feelings and I have none. "Your artwork is truly captivating. The colors and textures breathed life into each piece." And that was like right after I had posted one of the watercolor challenge pieces, which right now is Chrono Trigger, but I'm going to switch to another game because I finished the playable characters. Like, it's never after I work like super hard on a picture. Like, literally, most of the time it's after I post a shit post that a lot of people like. So, "Your art is truly captivating. Colors and textures breathe life into each piece, drawing viewers into a world that feels both profound and beautifully unique." And I'm like, beautifully unique? That's a photo of Robo. "Interested in adding one of your pieces to my growing collection? Send me a message so we can discuss." And I reply, "Is it an NFT collection?" "Yeah, it is." "And you think I'm gonna fall for it?" "Okay, if you're not interested." "Ah, your first good decision of the day. I'm proud of you. Now go outside, touch some grass, and get a real job, scammer." And from what I'm seeing, their account is closed because there's a little bar across their names. And I believe... Oh yeah, the other one is an NFT too that I haven't deleted yet. I will explain the NFT scam right after because it's important for you guys. I should make videos about these scams. Little bite-sized videos so you guys know, you know, so you don't have to scroll through an hour and a half of live stream for my advice. Hello, Silver Unofficial. I'm thoroughly captivated by your stunning artworks. Once again, this was posted after I put a shitpost. I'd love to learn more about your creative process and discuss purchasing some of the pieces that have truly caught my eye. NFT? I recently had the opportunity to view your artwork online, and I was very impressed by your skill and different perspective you bring to the table. We're currently hosting an event that celebrates exceptional artists. I think your work would be a great addition to the event. We would be delighted to exhibit your work. And yes, I will be needing them as NFT. Nah, and they stop replying. Oh, boo the F ooh. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, the NFT scam. So they offer you money, of course, because that's how scams work. And when they say they want your art as an NFT, they will then send you to a specific site to mint your art so they can buy it as an NFT. But it's usually an unregulated site. I think the regulated one is called OpenSea or something. There are some quote-unquote regulated ones, but still, NFTs, no thanks. And what it does is that, like I said, they send you to a site that looks legit but is likely not legit, and for you to mint your art for them to buy, you have to create an account, which means you have to put your information in the website, which means the whole point is stealing your information. And it's probably going to ask you for bank details and stuff like that so you can be paid. And that's not what they want it for. They want to frickin' scam you. Because of course, once you got the account going, they're not going to buy your art. They're going to steal your information. And ipso facto, your money. That's why I keep saying I am too poor to be desperate. I literally cannot afford to get scammed. I pay on the groceries, I pay on the electricity, two things that I use, so it makes sense to me to pay them. I pay several licenses for this stuff to look good and to work. And when I say this stuff, I mean like everything you see and or hear. And then this has fees, that has fees. And there is no such thing as easy money. Whatever little money I earn, trust me, I frickin' work for it. I think my best bet after this is to go ahead and make the burgers and then come back and do the after stream work, because then the burgers will have time to soak in the seasoning. Sorry for talking about food again, but I have to say this shit out loud so I remember to do it. And save and water, and then colors. I notice cameras don't care because they can just shut down their account and then just do another one in a couple minutes. But honestly, it's very relaxing to get to tell them off. It's cathartic. I encourage doing it too because I'm a bitch. So I have to keep saying that half of the people that had an encounter with me will tell you that I'm a bitch, and the other half will tell you that I'm great. And they're both right. Always depends how you decide to treat me. I will not shrink myself to be more digestible. You can choke. I've been told my entire life to be small, to be accommodating, to keep my head down. That did jack shit against the bullying. If anything, they would just bully me more because nothing would happen. So, I found some lime jello. I can at least eat that. Lime jello is good. I like lime jello. And again, I pretty much like every jello. It's like Wario and Mario's Miss Cake. I'm Luigi. Every cake is my favorite cake. I like to think I make an okay Wario, but I definitely make a better Mario and Luigi. No, I will not elaborate. You have to keep in mind that I do not have the correct vocal range. I am not a voice actor, I just do a couple of voices for fun. But I don't have a gigantic range. Because here's the thing, I consider having a range when you can, like, do a voice and have it say what you want at any given time. My imitation pretty much stems from if I'm listening to a song, I will sing exactly like the singer. But it's not like I'm gonna do it by myself. If I hear the music, but not the singer themselves, then it's going to be my own voice. Or in this case, mom's voice, because I sing like mom. So, no red food coloring allowed. I can have green. Green is easier to explain. For those who are wondering what I'm doing, putting down a blue layer before I start coloring. This is actually a black layer. Just the layer's color itself is blue. Because first of all, as you can see, I'm doing some masking. I have a masking layer where I can then color on top, and it's not going to go outside of the line art because it's masked. But secondly, once I'm done, I can then toggle that layer to black, to its natural black, and then there will be no white artifacts in my coloring. Because if I miss some spot, they're going to be black instead, and most artifacts are like right against the line art, so it's not going to be noticeable. And now that's something you know. I believe I learned that from, I have a book called How to Draw Noir Comics, and they do suggest, but actually for printing, to do a black layer, but for a different purpose, so that your blacks are true blacks, and they're not going to be like ghosty on the final product. I don't know if you guys ever seen some old comics where they get printed, and sometimes the black is not a quote-unquote true black, and then they layer a blue layer on it, and then you can see where they cut the blue because the black is actually like a washed out gray. See, this is the kind of shit that I find interesting. Like, you see me on YouTube when I'm not watching horror content or video game content. I am watching anything that has anything to do with art. Unboxings, reviews, how-tos. Like, this shit is absolutely fascinating to me. And yet, even if I'm not interested into doing crochet myself, since I don't think it's a waste of time, I will also watch crochet videos. I do appreciate crochet. It's not because I don't feel like doing it myself. I mean, it's like kids. If I don't feel like having kids, it doesn't mean I hate kids. If I don't feel like doing crochet, it doesn't mean I hate crochet. Usually when I hate something, I am extremely vocal about it. I bought chicken broth to drink up to. Oh, chicken, that's a good idea. Especially if it's Lipton, then it's still green and you're allowed green. Which is a little sad because, as we all know, green is not a creative color. I wrote this, the story we're working on today, I wrote this last night. I'm running out of material. This comic has been going for 8 years. And I don't step outside the house. Plus, right now we're having snowstorms. So there's even less reasons to leave the house, but like, there's really nothing much going on. They canceled so much stuff over the years. Like, the only city activity that's going on right now is fishing on the bay. They have all kinds of little cabins, but that's less of an event and more of a couple of buddies like there's a lot of cabins, so a lot of buddies getting together to fish on the bay and catch little fishies. Is it perlant, I think? I like it perlant, it's good. But we used to have dog sled races. They canceled that. We used to have ice sculptures. Well, snow and ice, it depended on the year. On the Queen Street, they canceled that. They used to have shows during the summer. They canceled that Like, the only summer event really is the Musique du Bout du Monde festival. So there's not much going on there. Because, yeah, it used to be about international music, but now it's mostly about stalls selling stuff from TMU. The first few years, because we have a circus school, I don't know if it's still going, honestly, but at least we used to have a circus school, and they would show up at the festival, and they would have circus stuff around and show people circus tricks. One year, me and my cousin Susie, we picked up some devil sticks, and we started juggling with them because we used to play with them when we were kids, and I knew a couple tricks, and then people would actually stopped that time because we were actually like on an elevated sidewalk, a bit like a patio, so we wouldn't hit anybody with the sticks while we were playing, and people stopped thinking it was a representation, but no, it's just two idiots playing with sticks. Because I would flip them under my leg. Well, as best as I could. I have very short legs, but I would flip them under my leg and then do a twist and then do that thing where you juggle with them, but the stick is like vertical. And there were a lot of booths that were selling musical instruments. One guy had those Tibetan. English is hard. Bowls. You know the ones like you get a metal stick that kind of looks like a mortar and pestle. Which one is the mortar and which one is the pestle? I think that's the mortar. And then you would rub it on the outside of the bowl and it would make a sound. Another one had the handmade ocarinas. I got one somewhere. It's a little turtle. It can't be far because I know I put all my ocarinas together in the same pouch. Yes, plural. Yes, I can play the ocarina. No, I will not play. On stream. Pestle is what you hold in your hand. Okay, so that's the mortar. No, wait. So the mortar is the bowl. Because I got confused for half a second, because usually when I use one, I tend to hold both things at the same time. So I was like, eh? Oh, good. That's the one I was looking for. Because Roxanne is a big fan of neutral colors. So we're going to give her neutral colors. It's gonna make her happy. It's Mom's phone, so we're going to make it black. All our phones are black. She has a case on. It's just it's semi-transparent and it's covered in glitter. I had picked the glitter one for myself, but she liked it, and well, nobody can say no to that woman. Now I'm making it sound like she bullied it out of me. No, 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 no. All she had to say was, "Oh, I like it," and then the Catholic guilt set in. And it only set in because Mom is a lovely woman. There. Glitter. We're almost done. Now isn't that nice? Oh, that's why. I was wondering why it wasn't working. It's because I'm on the wrong tool. There are so many tools. So many. I have yet to find all of them out already myself. But the ones I do know about, oh my god, do I use and abuse them. Boom, boom. Just gonna put a little bit of browns and grays because she was sitting on the floor. And finally, the usual. And we'll be done for today. Alright, let's take a little look-see. Oh, I am going to need a stretch. See that? I forgot to color in Mom's earrings. This is why the final look-see is important. I also noticed she had my smile in high school. And we are good for today. We are officially done, and you guys know what that means. It also means that my end screen did not update, even if I know for a damn fact that I did do it last week. But we're not gonna let that stop us for thanking our supporters. Extra special caramel drizzled, rainbow sprinkled, chocolate syrup thanks to our various supporters: Ember People, Camus and Avisser, E Other, Bad Ad Multiplayers, Winter the Kitten, and special mention to Super Dudette 808 for all their support. It's always extremely appreciated. Let me take a look-see at my calendar. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I work with that. Next live stream, of course, is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I love fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all. and bye-bye.